another art activity. Since this is our last week before we go on summer break, today I'll be showing you a fun activity we can do outside. We're going to go on a nature scavenger hunt and we're going to make some art with what we find. The materials that you'll need are paint chips, colored paper, or anything you have to represent the colors you want to find, a container, construction paper, glue, scissors, and scrap paper. Here are some of our materials for today's activity. I have my paper that I'm going to use to glue my nature items onto. I have my glue, some scrap paper, my scissors. I have some paint chips. Usually I would have a lot more colors than this, but I can't go to the hardware store right now. So instead I am using some rubber ducks. And then for my container I'm going to be using an egg carton. I've just decorated the top. And this way I can keep all my items in their own separate compartment. You can use any container you have, and if you also want to use an egg carton, you can go ahead and decorate that if you would like. Now let's go find some items. Here is what I have gathered from my scavenger hunt. Now my preschoolers, I want you to remember our safety rule that if you don't know if something is safe or you don't know what something is, you need to ask a grown-up first, because there are some plants that if we touch them we will get very, very itchy. First, I have many leaves of different sizes and shapes. These are my big ones. Got some little ones over here. I have some grass. And I cut it with scissors so that it can grow back. If you pull it at the roots, it might not grow back in that spot. I have some little acorn tops. I've left the bottom of the acorns because I know that I have lots of very hungry chipmunks out there that want to eat them. I've got some sticks, some little twigs. Got some mulch pieces. A couple of pine cones. Some teeny tiny rocks, and I do have one flower that I found on the ground. Now in my scavenger hunt I did find lots of flowers, but I'm leaving those ones there because our bumblebees need them. So with all my items that I've found, I'm going to make a couple different projects. The first one I'm going to make is a bird and a bird nest. For my bird, I have already cut out a bird shape with my scrap paper. I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to use these items to make the nest. Here's our finished bird's nest. I'm going to let this dry and we're going to move on to the next project. Next, I'm going to make a couple of bugs using my leaves. And here are our bugs. For my next project, I'm going to make a leaf monster. And here's our finished leaf monster. For my final project, I'm going to be making a person, so I'm going to use some paper for the head and the body, and then the nature items to decorate. Here's our finished person. I'm going to let them all dry and then we'll see how they look. Here are all of our finished projects. We have our bird I made the nest for. We have our bugs, our butterfly, and our beetle. We have our leaf monster. And we have our person. And that's it for our last art activity. Thank you so much for joining me each week. For all my friends going to kindergarten, I will miss you and good luck. And for my friends returning, I'll see you next year. I hope you all enjoy your summers.